was worth the 4-week wait. Okay, I'd like to bring up to the stage now our final comedian of the evening, and also making her debut this very night, Miss Liz Margocious.
Hi. I really hate it when I meet women who are old, decrepit, full of age lines and wrinkles, and we start to talk, and it turns out that they're 1 week older than me. It's not easy getting older, especially when you're still single, but the thing that really upsets me the most is that it's my understanding that most serial killers have a better social life than I do. I mean, I read in the newspaper the night before Ted Bundy was executed, they said he was visited by his fiancée. I mean, these people date. These people have more committed, meaningful relationships while locked up than I can manage as a free woman living in New York. But don't you wonder, what are these women looking for? Who are these women who are attracted to serial killers? I mean, don't you wonder? Yes, Mom, I know you want to introduce me to that root canal man, but I'm involved. Yeah, with that guy in Florida. You might have heard of him. Yeah, the 27 co-eds. The machete. Right. What are these women looking for who are dating serial killers? You know, you have to wonder that. He expresses his feelings. He likes to get really close to women, and he makes me feel so open and vulnerable. But speaking of sex, one thing I'm so glad I never have to go through again is being told about sex by my mother. I was so envious of my friends when I was growing up. For example, my friend Barbara Schlansky. Her mother used the spiritual technique of sex education. Someday, if you really, really love someone, God will come down and bless you with the beautiful gift of sex. I was even envious of my friend Shelley Slopstein, whose mother said, "Don't you ever use that word in this house." But I was told about sex in a way that nobody I have ever heard of was told about sex, because my mother was a biology teacher. When she got through with me, after about 5 hours, I knew all about the periodic shedding of the endometrium. I knew about the rapidly traveling ova in the fully functioning estrus female. Moreover, I understood the implications of the density and velocity of the fluid within the seminal vesicles of the spermatogenic male. But I still didn't know anything about how human beings have sex. But luckily, like all kids, I had a very vivid imagination. And, moreover, I was brought up near the Coney Island Aquarium. So I kind of figured it out for myself. I figured out that you have a huge fish tank, and at one end, you have the husband, who's in full deep-sea diving gear with the oxygen tanks, kind of like Lloyd Bridges in Sea Hunt. This was the 50s, of course. Now, he opens a flap on his wetsuit and ejects kind of a small yet perky squid-like creature, which swims rapidly toward the wife, who is frantically treading water in her calico housecoat. She lovingly spreads her legs and releases a huge omelet. Okay. The omelet receives the squid, and Approximately 9 months later, a baby is born, who grows up eventually to attend singles functions. But I don't know, I really miss the good old days of feminism. Now everybody's shaving everything again. Everybody who's single wants to get married and have a relationship, but I don't know, I had higher expectations for myself up here. I really thought that if I would do stand-up comedy, I didn't want to be the stereotypical female comic who gets up and says, I can't find a man and I'm retaining water. You know, I thought I'm going to be different about this. I'm going to get up and I'm going to do metaphysical jokes or small particle physics jokes or postmodern structuralist jokes. But frankly, I don't have the time. I have to go home now and take a Midol and drink my Slim Fast and place another personal ad in New York Magazine. Thank you for letting me share my feelings.
3 for 3. All right. You enjoy yourself? All right. Well,